Everybody, everybody, everybody. Someone got to the island of gods. Everybody, everybody, everybody. Somebody got to the island of gods. Somebody, everybody. Somebody got to the island of gods. I'm about to go through the car wash. So this is a little, you might not be able to hear me good. But that NetPay owner, the owner of NetPay, the one where I think I was stuck in a criminal situation and now I'm freaking out. That guy, he's the owner of NetPay. And he was connected to that company that said it was a job and milked all my money and got me in these weird financial things. Stuck. The owner of NetPay has been to the island of gods that I created. The owner of NetPay has gone to the island of gods that I created. This is the weird thing. I gotta wait. Let's wait until the end of this car wash because I gotta talk about this. Let's wait until the end of the car wash. I gotta talk about this. This is kind of important, but the car wash is noisy. Okay, almost done. We're almost to the end of the car wash because this is kind of noisy. Okay, this is a massive, massive moment. This is a massive moment. This is a massive moment. The flippity owner of NetPay. Okay, I've been involved with a very weird job that I have learned that might not have been a job. It was on a Facebook ad. It was on a Facebook ad. And they said I had to do a bunch of things that seemed weird. They said I had to give them my passwords, my personal information that seemed weird. But I'm poor and I'm desperate for a job. And I didn't think I needed to use my powers as a god for a job. But I did all these weird things that this guy said to do. And then I ended up getting all these negatives on my bank and all these weird things. And even the bank said, the bank said, did they ask you for verification numbers off of your phone? And I was like, well, yeah, but how? What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, what does all this stuff mean? Is this guy a bad guy or a good guy? Well, you think you could trust your passwords and personal information with an employer, and now everything's weird, everything's bad. I don't know, but I do know one thing. The NetPay owner went to the island of gods that I created. He just called, and his phone number is connected to angels I have created forever ago. So, hold on, let me park here. Okay, that NetPay owner, the NetPay owner kept calling and calling, and I didn't quite understand why they kept calling. The NetPay thing was, I think, a loan I thought I wanted, but my bank account turned into a nightmare full of negatives. And then this employer that wanted all my personal information, then the Wells Fargo is saying, did they want verification codes out of your phone? And it's like, okay, I think I was part of something bad. I thought like I was doing something good and like it would end up good, but it all ended up bad and it wasn't a job. I never got a sticker on the car. The job was about putting a sticker on your car to make an extra income. Never happened. But all these weird, scary things happened in my bank account. I don't know what's going on with that. But I thought the NetPay was about connected to my job or connected to something about my job or the fun of a loan. But like, None of it was cute or fun or funny at all. It went really scary. So then I thought the net pay guy just kept calling to just call. And then I was like, but I'm too scared. Everybody's hurting me and making big, huge negatives on my bank, and I don't know what to do. I'm scared. So I freak out. But then that owner of the net pay was calling just a little bit ago. And I could feel my own angel that I created forever ago. And I thought, how can I feel my own angel connected to some net pay owner guy? Well, so I use my powers. And I realized the net pay owner went to the island of gods that I created. He's been there. He's literally been there. Whoa. That's pretty cool. I've had some famous people go to the island of gods just to probably be eccentric and do something radical and eccentric because they're rich or famous and it's something weird to do. I've had some people stumble on the island that were just traveling through. This is the first time a company owner is somebody I know went to the island of gods. And you would think it would have been the Big Lots people. You would think it would have been Mr. Lyft or Mr. Amazon, the big spiritual important people down here. But no, there's some guy that owns the net pay place. This is pretty exciting. I'm gonna have to hang out with the angels, hang out with the gods, see what it was like when he went to visit. Try to get his first little footsteps at the island, see like how fun it was, or like check it all out. Keep you guys posted. Or think or say my queen, so we can kind of all find out together. All right.